How am I supposed to review boots nobody can see? What's going on, guys? Josh from soccerreviewsforyou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of the special edition, extremely limited and already sold out Dazzle Camo, which I happen to think is a terrible name, Nike Tiempo Legend 8 Elite. A very unusual colorway for the Tiempo that we've seen quite a few times already, actually prior to the official launch, but they finally released it to the public. We saw these being worn by high-profile Tiempo players like Van Dijk, Sergio Ramos, as well as Piqué, leading up to the launch of the Tiempo Legend 8 Elite, and I think a lot of us were expecting for this to be the first colorway. That probably was the plan at one point in time, but for whatever reason, that's not what happened. They're finally available now, but limited to only 888 pairs worldwide, each individually numbered. I got a pair, they sold out pretty much instantly, and in this video, I want to take a closer look at what is admittedly a very unique and kind of cool pair of football boots that are actually kind of difficult to look at. I look at these for too long, and I almost get a bit of a headache. So if you want to learn more about these, including how they fit and feel on feet, please stick around, watch the entire video, and if you're interested in a pair for yourself, too bad they're sold out. But if you still want the new Tiempos in a regular colorway, I'll leave a little pop-up on screen, or you can click the first link down below. That's going to take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes, where you'll be able to pick up the Tiempo, not in this colorway though, below its normal $230 retail price. If you guys do end up enjoying this video and would like to see more reviews of other limited edition boots on the channel, don't forget to support this one with a like, and if you're new here watching for the first time and don't want to miss out on daily content from me, make sure you hit that subscribe button along with the little bell notification so you get notified when the next new video goes live. Being a special edition release, it does come in a special box that you can see is a combination of gloss and matte black, featuring the exact same camo pattern that you find on the boots. And for those curious about the label, it's pretty ordinary aside from the SE part, which stands for special edition. When you open the lid, you can see that it says Tiempo in this weird kind of camo pattern that actually looks like the camo on the boots. And you might not have realized it at this point, but it actually does say Tiempo within the camo pattern. The paper inside the box also has the same pattern. Which brings us to the final extra inside of the box, yet another contender for string bag of the year in my opinion, the string bag that they include, which does have the same pattern that you find on the boots, a white base that's not actually white, it's more so translucent, with the black, pink, yellow, and blue in that camo pattern that does read Tiempo, sort of. When you kind of stare at it and squint a little bit, it has black strings, and it just looks very, very cool. It's the same thing front and back, and they actually restrained themselves in not putting a Nike swoosh anywhere on the bag, which I'm actually very surprised about, because Nike seems to be putting tons and tons of swooshes on pretty much everything, and if you look even closer, very faint and like a gloss, you can actually see that it does have the normal Tiempo logo, which is a very intricate detail. It's a nice string bag. It gets a rating of 888 out of 1,000.8. As for the boots themselves, I'm not gonna lie, this colorway is pretty cool. It's a little bit trippy in that when you move it around, it looks like the boots are blurry and out of focus, but that's simply due to the color combinations and the actual camo, what they're calling Dazzle Camo, that's featured throughout the entire upper. You can see the boot has a white base, and then part of the camo is black, and the black bits are kind of outlined in blue, pink, and yellow, strategically to give it this kind of blurry effect. I'm not sure legitimately if the camera is out of focus right now or if they just look like that through the screen, but it's very, very cool and a little bit disorienting. It's kind of disappointing that this was only limited to 888 pairs, because I think it'd be cool to see a lot more of these out on the field. You're just not going to end up seeing them though, based on the fact of how limited these are. But I really like it. I know a lot of people are going to comment that it's kind of a copy of the 3D Evo Speed SL that Puma did a number of years ago that actually came with 3D glasses. These did not come with 3D glasses, so as far as I'm aware, there's nothing that's actually 3D about the camo. It's just made to be visually a little bit disorienting, but I don't think that this is a straight up copy. It's kind of a similar concept, and ultimately one that I think looks very, very cool. There's also some really cool hidden details, such as the Flyknit tongue area that just looks like black and white Flyknit, but when you stretch it out, the mid layer of the Flyknit is actually multicolor to match the colors within the camo, which I thought was a cool little detail. And you'll also notice that the boots are individually numbered. It's in gloss writing, so it's kind of a little bit tricky to see. I have pair number 732 out of 888. Check out the underside of the tongue as well. The camo pattern also is continued on the sole plate and and the studs, although all of that camo pattern on a white base for the sole plate is a wearable finish, so keep that in mind. Colorway aside, these are just regular Tiempo Legend 8s that, as I've talked about on this channel several times already, is not a boot that I'm particularly happy with, mainly based on the fact that I almost feel like the Legend 8 is Nike trying a little bit too hard to innovate on what ultimately is supposed to be a simple pair of football boots, where the star of the show is the kangaroo leather upper. They've given us kangaroo leather on the Legend 8 Elite with this weird diamond texturing, but it's quite thin, and the texturing itself seems to take away from the plushness of the leather. Internally, it features their new quad fit technology, originally introduced on the Phantom Vision, and just like the Vision, it works extremely well in terms of tying in with the lacing system. So when you tie the laces tight, it really secures your foot in place very nicely, providing great lockdown, a really responsive feel, but without adding any stiffness to the upper. So certainly in comparison to the Tiempo Legend 7 Elite that these replace, this has a much more natural, soft all over feel versus the more structured midfoot that you had on that Tiempo Legend 7. Even through the forefoot, where that had that fit mesh upper, which was basically generation 1 of quad fit. Now you have this internal quad fit system, which feels great, but at the same time, you feel it. It takes away from the leather. So the touch on the ball, not to say that it's bad, because it's not. It's absolutely fantastic on the Legend 8 Elite, but when you compare this to stuff like the Mizuno Rebula 3, as well as the Puma King Platinum, or even the Adidas Copa 19 Plus, I think that all of those boots do the leather touch and experience a lot better than the new Tiempo does. So I guess what I'm saying here is I think the Nike Tiempo Legend 8 Elite is an excellent pair of football boots from a comfort, from a performance, and even a touch standpoint. However, touch being, I would think, the most important factor for a lot of people that are buying a pair of leather football boots these days, I don't think that these offer the best leather touch that you can buy right now. They're definitely one of, if not the best leather boots when it comes to overall performance, but they're certainly not the best leather boots when it comes to touch. So I've swapped out the stock black laces, which look fine, but are admittedly maybe a little bit simple for such a complicated colorway, and I've put in some white with black dots premium SR4U replacement laces that I think go perfectly with the very disorienting design that Nike has purposely gone for with this limited edition release. It's a great way of changing up the style of your boot. So if you're looking to do that for yourself, the website to head over to is www.sr4ulaces.com. There'll be a little pop-up on screen as well as a link down below in the description. So if you're interested in some new laces, be sure to go ahead and check that out. On feet, I think the Tiempos feel great. The combination of the soft, flexible, non-restrictive leather with the internal quad fit system when you tie the laces tight really gives the boots a very natural sensation. However, you don't really get the sense that you're wearing a pair of soft kangaroo leather boots because you feel more of the quad fit system than you do the actual leather. However, from a comfort standpoint, there's really nothing to complain about. Very natural, great flexibility, and pretty much as comfortable as any leather boots out there for the most part, with phenomenal lockdown considering how soft and flexible these boots are. Because of that quad fit system, there's really no hard spots on the upper, which again just gives them a very natural sensation on feet. As far as width is concerned, they have definitely a wider fit versus all the other Nike models. So definitely if you have wider feet, this is going to be your best option within the Nike brand. And because of the quad fit system, they're not necessarily going to stretch a ton as you wear them in. So they'll maintain their tightness and responsiveness that you typically wouldn't find from a lot of other leather boots. And as far as sizing is concerned, I'm wearing these in my usual size 9.5 US, and the fit and the length is perfect. So if you're looking to order a pair for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit. Anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to support it with a like. Again, if you're interested in a pair of the new Tiempos for yourself, this colorway is sold out, but all the regular ones are not. You can click the first link down below. That's going to take you to the review page on my website, where you'll find buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes. You'll be able to pick these up below their normal $230 retail price. If you have any questions regarding the new Tiempo, as always, leave them down below in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get an answer out to you as soon as I possibly can. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information linked down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.